Okay, so we now have the dual cam vise onto the gray top plate, and then I'm going to put the lever, the angle lever adjuster on with that fancy shoulder screw, and we're going to tighten this up from the bottom with the 1/8 inch hex screw, and that shoulder screw fits down into there and it positions it so it rotates. And I'm going to make sure that this is tight. You want everything in there to be tight because we're not going back in. Now I'm going to set this on top, and I'm going to, before I set it on top, let's shove these both together so they're in the narrowest position. Let's move this to the 12. Then let's set it on top. And there the screws line right up. I'm going to drop a screw, just one screw to get it positioned. And while I'm holding this side down, I'm going to rotate to make sure that I have full range. And I do. I'm going to stop it in the middle, and I'm going to start the other screws, and we're ready to go. So when you want to put the top plate back on, put this all the way to the 12, shove the two end brackets to the center, and the top plate will drop right on. Get one of the screws started for positioning. Double check you have full range while you're holding this down. Double check you have full range. And as long as you have full range, then everything is good to go to tighten it up. And I'm going to do this like putting lugs on a car. I'm going to crisscross them. Just hand tight. And then when I have all the 4 screws tight, then I will go back and put a little torque to them. Okay, and one more. Okay, now I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and all 4 are torqued. And now we have the top plate back on. I'm going to go to put the micro angle adjusters on. Now this micro angle adjuster, I'm going to unscrew the brake knob because we're going to have to feed that brake puck back through the hole. And this just slides right in from the outside. It sits, if you can see, there are little feet here. Little feet that fit right in. They hook underneath that bracket, and with it hooked and horizontal, it slides right on. So then we're going to take one of the adjuster screws, you can see the brass and the 2 O-rings. We're going to shove it from the front through to the back. I'm going to take a tapered bushing. The tapered end goes in. It goes right over that shaft. And then we're going to take the screw with the washer, and that feeds through that bushing and into the screw. And once you get it started, you can grab the 1/8 inch hex screw, and this you're going to tighten that up as it compresses against those O-rings. That bushing will compress into the hole, and this, you want it to be sort of tight. As you roll it, you'll feel the gears chatter a little bit as it's loose, and as you get it tighter, it'll be smoother. Okay, so that's in. Then I'm going to drop the brake puck down to that hole, give it a little push, and put the lock screw in. I'm going to check it with it locked. That's tight with it locked. Everything is tight and secure. Loose, it rolls. Okay, so that's one done. Now we're going to take the second one. Again, it's the O-ring with the gear. Fits in from the front. On the back side is the bushing. The bushing tapered in, goes in, and then we're going to grab the screw and the washer, and this fits through the tapered bushing into the micro adjuster center screw. And then I'm going to tighten that. As I tighten it again, that those O-rings compress and they're for tensioning. And I'm going to get this so it's pretty tight, and that looks good. And that's all ready to go. So now we have the Gen 4 Pro with the Stabil-Rizer block installed, and this is ready to use as a Gen 4 Pro now with the enhanced low angle advantage from the height from the riser block. I'm going to stop it here, and then we're going to come back and install the Stabil-Rizer's accessory onto this Gen 4 Pro. Thanks.